Okay, maybe some of you are wondering why I'm sitting here, because I was not on the BBC rota. I was very touched by the BBC that Venerable Semke gave about developing kindness and doing kind things. And after BBC, I decided, okay, I want to practice that. I want to really get into this. And I think it's the day or two after Venerable Sultrim drove me somewhere where I needed to go anyway. And she turned around and she says, "Would you do the BBC for me?" So I said, "Let me think about it. I'll let you know tomorrow." And then that kindness thing was running. You know, here you go. You have an opportunity to do a kind thing. So in the afternoon, I went to her and I said, "Sure, I'll do the BBC for you." So here I am. And I would like to talk about, I also Venerable sometimes give a BBC about the kindness of others and compassion. And sometimes I hear people, yeah, but, you know, kindness, like the guy is doing this because he's being paid for. I heard that, you know. Well, are you going to work just because you are being paid? No, because we care, right? And I was reading that book. It's called Radical Acceptance, and I really encourage you to look at this book and read it. It's wonderful. So I came to that little story. It's Tara Brach, and her son is Narayan's. I don't know if I pronounce it well, but on Narayan's 6th birthday, I gave him an ant farm. My son spent hours watching with fascination as the little creatures magically created a network of tunnels. He named several and followed their struggles and progress closely. After a few weeks, he pointed out that the ants' graveyard and watched with wonder as several of them dragged the bodies of their dead comrades and deposited them there. The following day, when I picked Narayan up after school, he was visibly distressed. He told me that on the playground, the kids had made a game out of stepping on ants. He was horrified that they were hurting these friends he so admired. So I tried to comfort him by explaining that when we really spend time with any living beings, as he had with the ants, we find out that they are real. They are changing, animated, hungry, social, just like us. And their life is fragile, and they want to stay alive. A few weeks ago, we did a workshop with Lachelle, NVC. And there's a member here that I never really spoke with. It was kind of cold, you know. I have anger issue, and I will say she has also anger issue. And we were like playing together. There was that I was uncomfortable, and I didn't know what to do. And during that workshop, she became alive for me. Really, that's how I felt. And I emailed Lachelle, and I said, now every day I try to talk to Venerable, to connect with her, to let her know that I care. Sorry, habit. So, yeah, she had feelings and needs. And and I'm okay. I don't need Thank you for standing up. It makes me go back. And another thing also that I want to share, well, to connect, to care for people, you need to connect with them, right? And I had an experience a while ago, but not a while ago, but in February, I got an operation and I wanted to be left alone. I'm going to take care of myself. And I went to go Tammy, but I wasn't. Anyway, and I was by myself. And time to reflect. And after that, it was time to get up. My foot was getting better. And I got sick again. And again, I was stuck in my room over there. And then Venerable Sutrim was coming every day, checking on me, bringing me food. And then it was time again to come back. And I hurt my foot. And again, stuck in my room. And then I moved here in January. So just to give you an image, like I was shutting down, I was shut down, and then the opportunities to open up, to connect, just led me to, it's an image like, oh yeah, I was in my room, totally shut down, and then open up, and then getting closer to the community and really being with the community. And also we had Posada, and I shared my experience, and I felt really connected with the community, really, and I felt cared for. And this is what I want to really nourish, to care for others and let people care for me. May you have that too. And also, I would like to add that that's another book that helped me to connect. You know, sometimes like we hear stories of people that do horrific things and all of that. But behind that, there's a story. And we all have our own story. And those stories, it's affliction. And we act a certain way because we fear, we're hurt. And if you really want, that helped me a lot to connect with people that I would be feared of. It's by Brian Stevenson, Just Mercy. It's people from prison. You hear about their story and you can understand why they're there. And they shouldn't be there because they didn't, our system, how we just take people and put them in jail and forget about them. But when you read about their past, you can understand why, out of distress and all that, they acted like that. It's not because they were mean at all. And that helps a lot to connect with people, because none of us are mean. We do things that are weird, but none of us are mean. Thank you.